Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're trying new stuff out and that's one of my favorite things to do. I'm actually starting with skincare today and my skin is like screaming for moisture. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in with some skincare and just talk to you guys. So the first thing I'm going to try out is this Dr. Andrew Weil for Origins Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Soothing Treatment Lotion. That is a huge long name, but that's what the bottle looks like. I was really intrigued when we were trained on this and I thought it was amazing just testing it on the back of my hand. It really took out redness and I'm going to just apply this with my hand so I don't soak any up with cotton. It immediately like soothed the redness in my skin and it was very hydrating. So we're going to try this out under makeup and see what it does. It actually looks pretty good. I'm usually more red than this, so I think that this is really soothing. Immediately my skin already feels better, so we're going to try out a few more new skincare products. The first thing I want to try is this Amore Pacific Botanical Radiance Oil. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's really cute. I'm so excited to try this out. Amore Pacific is one of my favorite skincare brands, so we're going to try it. And it does say to apply this after cleansing and toning. So this is before moisturizer, which if you're familiar with oils, you may know that some oils you really should, or most oils, you actually press in over moisturizer. This one says before, so we're gonna try it that way. It is a very thin consistency, like it feels almost watery, so I'm gonna spread it thin and I'm first just gonna pat it around. I'm gonna pat down my neck too. I love to use oils on my neck. This feels so light, like it is ridiculously light for an oil. And I know some people are a little afraid of using an oil on their skin, especially if you're oily already. That feels really nice. It's got like a little tackiness to it, but it feels amazing. I love the smell. It smells really clean. At first I thought I liked these earrings, but now I feel like maybe I look like a pirate. I'm not quite sure with the pom-poms. I don't know what we're doing here. Moving on. So I like that so far. I love how thin a consistency, and I really like the little bottle itself. So you actually twist it and then your little stopper comes out, then you twist it further. So it does close up like that. Now I'm going to try out a little bit of the Essential Creme Fluid from Amore Pacific as well. This is also very lightweight. I think we are really hydrated. I am going to go on with an eye cream before I go on to any primer. So I'm going to try out the Kate Somerville Retinol Firming Eye Cream. This is what it looks like. A really interesting part about this is the applicator. So it is gold, really pretty. I'm going to squeeze out just a little bit, so I'm looking closely at it. So I'm just using a tiny bit. You don't need much with eye products. So I am going to dab it. Ooh. That is so cooling. I go ahead and dab a little bit under each eye. This is so cooling, it's crazy. I think it's sitting in room temperature, but goodness, it feels cool. I also love that this is a retinol that you can use day and night, because so many retinols, naturally you just can't use them during the day because of the risk of sun damage and all of that stuff. But with this one you can. They formulated it that way, which is amazing. And it does say to like pat it. I'm using this to kind of gently rub, but you can see I'm making an effort not to pull the skin at all. I'm just lightly moving it around. Oh, she's good. I like this so far. I think I'm gonna really like this eye cream, but first impression is great. I just got in the mail the new Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I'm so excited to use this. This is another one of those brands that like literally if I could, I'd buy everything. Everything, and oh, I couldn't wait. If you haven't seen the package, it is literally gorgeous. That's what it looks like. You open it up. It's a huge amount. And this one is actually, they say this is for face, lips, and lids. So that's really cool. And it comes with this little disc so that you can scoop some out. And we're going to do that really quick. I'm going to start with just a tiny little bit and then see if we need to get any more. Scoop out just a little bit more. I'm going to dot some on my forehead. Got a lot of space there. I'm going to go ahead and smooth this over my eye area. I love the idea of a primer I can use everywhere. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, my skin already looks smoother, more even.
What sorcery is this?
I want to try out this little Sephora collection thing that I picked up. So I have a lot of dead skin on my lips, and I have a really bad tendency to like bite like that. It's just like a nervous habit. So this is like a little exfoliator. That's what one side looks like. Really interesting. So we're gonna try this out real quick and see what happens. You can actually see some of that dead skin on there. Kind of gross. I love how it like brought the blood flow to my lips, but it's not, it did a pretty good job, but it wasn't really abrasive enough for the area where I have the worst dead skin on my lips.
It's just a little too gentle, if that makes any sense, whereas like a scrub is a little bit more grainy, you can really work it in.
I think it's okay if you just want like a little scrub to the lips, something really gentle, but not like super abrasive. I think I prefer a lip scrub a little bit. I am going to go ahead and hydrate my lips before I do my makeup. That way later on my matte liquid lipstick is going to go on more smoothly. So I'm going to try the Kopari Lip Glossy. It is just a clear, super shiny, hydrating lip gloss. I'm going to put just a tiny bit because I don't want to put too much on and waste it. So I kept it really sparing because I don't want to waste it because I'm just going to wind up wiping it off. But it feels so nice. I love that smell. Right, it's time to get serious. We're about to try out the Huda Faux Filter Foundation. This is only new to me. Probably not new to you guys. But, oh, haven't tried it yet. And I kept hearing mixed reviews from people at work. And I just didn't know if I would like it. I'm weird about smells. So if like skincare or makeup has scents to it, A, why are you putting perfume in your product? Number one, stop doing it. But B, like, I don't know, people were saying it was kind of heavy. Other people were saying it was amazing. We're about to put it to the test. So I got the shade Vanilla. I'm just praying this is going to be a good color for me. I'm also trying it out on the Morphe sponge. So this is the little like slanted one. I had tried out the other shape that was like a little double teardrop looking thing, and I really like it. I like the consistency. They're a little denser than a beauty blender in my opinion, but they work really, really well. So I'm going to start out with just a little bit, and we're going to see.
Oh shit. Well, I fucked up.
Guys, I am normally the lightest to like, or like next to lightest shade in foundations, and this was like the 6th shade up. Like, I don't know. So unfortunately, this is not going to work for me, obviously. I'm going to pray that it oxidizes a lot and let this side dry, but I don't see myself being able to use this. I know I always go light in my foundation, but like this is a new level. It is a gorgeous finish. I don't like the scent. It's not as bad as I anticipated, but why put this in there? So, I don't know. That shade is 120B, which is a beige undertone. This is so freaking light. It is insane, which is, okay, great. I'm glad they have like a really good light range and a really good dark range. That's amazing. We all need that, but I'm like, what color am I? Because I'm usually on the very lighter end of the spectrum. So it doesn't seem to be oxidizing very much at all, which is a good thing. You can get a color that really works for you. But I'm still saying that it's just going to be really, really light and really hard to make it work. So I'm going to take this section off and we're going to jump back a little bit. Alright, I've re-prepped my skin. I am still going to try to make it work. So what I'm going to do is, one of the darkest foundations that I have right now is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have number 2, but it's really dark for me. So I am going to do a little bit of mixing. I've got like a little palette to do it on, and we're going to see if I can make it work just for now. I don't think I'm going to be able to give like a fair review of the Huda because when mixing, I don't think that that's fair to judge it based off of that because they might not mix well together. Still looks super light. Look at that. The coverage in this is just crazy. Look at all that pigmentation. I used 2 pumps of Huda and 1 pump of the Milani to try to make a good color mixture.
Still looking pretty damn light.
Alright guys, I'm back. I am pale as a ghost. My camera overheated, so I blow dried my hair, I did my brows, and I set my face. I also use a little bit of concealer, but for the purpose of this, we need to really darken everything else, so I'm going to skip the concealer. So this is a great way to show you guys how to deal with foundation that's too light. Ugh, because it is a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to use next is the Benefit Blush Bar. I'm so excited to have this. It's so cute. So these are all of the things in the blush bar. So you've got 4 blushes and 1 bronzer. Right now we're going to focus on using that bronzer to save this makeup look. So I'm going to take this Morphe brush. This is like just a larger one. It came in a set. Start by dipping into this Hoola and bronzing. Ooh! It looks so dark against this makeup look. I have not set my brows yet because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of bronzing, so I'm going to set my brows as soon as I am done with that. I feel like Hoola is just one of those that I haven't used in a while, but when I do, I'm like, oh, I remember why I used to love this so much. It used to be one of my go-to bronzers. And so basically, like, this foundation is highlighting my face at this moment because I'm going to try to deepen all the areas where typically it would not be so light. Lightly dip in with this really large powder brush and literally bronze everything. I'm going to try out Rockateur. I've always been so tempted to try it and I've never used this blush before. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on. I'm going to jump into eyes and I'm going to use the Morphe 24G Grand Glam palette. I have not used this one before. I did swatch it. I took some swatches for the gram, so they are looking a little bit used, but I basically just swatched every shade. That's all I've done. I have not applied these to my eyes yet. I'm going to start with the Morphe E27 brush, and I'm going to dip into this shade, which is called Creamer, right here. I'm going to lay down a really nice base. I'm going to go in with this shade Flirty. I'm going to work that crease and above and just start blending this up. I'm just going a little bit above my natural crease. And at first I'm just kind of patting this in and then starting to swirl. I don't know if it's the silk canvas that's doing it or if these shadows are just really that gorgeous blending, but this is blending so nicely. Oh my goodness. Taking a little bit of that first shade Creamer and blending my edges. And taking a clean brush and blending. We got a little softer edge there. I'm going to take E17 and the shade Brew right here. And I am going to darken my crease and go into the outer corner. Taking a little bit more up to really deepen this corner here. Cleaning off my brush in this color switch and doing a little bit more blending. I'm going to take this first shade Crystal and I'm just going to use my finger and place that on my lid. There's really no need to cut the crease there to give that like definition. I could have cut it to be a little bit crisper, but honestly this is so pigmented. Really, you can get that pretty much that same look. And we're going to repeat on this side. So this is pretty simple, but I really like it. So far this palette is killing it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab this really flat Morphe brush. It's like flat straight across. I'm going to dip into this shade called Sunshiny. I'm going to use this to really get up in that lash line and work that in. Thought I might need to wet that, but not at all. I love how bright that's coming out. Take this clean, fluffy brush and just kind of fade that a little bit. Love that! Oh my gosh. So pretty. I'm going to take the CoverGirl Get In Line liquid liner. This is the Crystal Black shade 330. I'm going to shake it up and then we're going to do a little soft wing liner. So I've tried this in other shades, but I just haven't tried this particular shade out. So far, so good. I like it. It's been really good, honestly. I also have the Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara to try out with you guys. So I'm going to open her up. I've looked at the brush before, but it's kind of like a little larger in the middle and then it tapers smaller on both ends. So we're going to try this baby out. So there you have that. I'm phenomenally picky about mascaras, so I don't think this one's gonna rock my world or anything, but it is pretty cute. I also have a pair of lashes. These are a new style from Sephora collection. This is the full volume lash number 24 Demure. So that's what they look like. I love how wispy they are on the ends. So I'm going to apply these off camera and I'll be right back. All right, lashes are on. I think they're really pretty. I love the style of these. They are a little bit stiff, so I feel like once I break them in a little bit more, they will be better. They kind of want to pop up in the corners a little bit because they're just a little stiffer than they look. I wasn't expecting that, but moving right along, because we can work with that. We can do that. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Glaze, which is the lightest shade in here, and I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. Just a little moment. Okay. I mentioned how big these pans are. Like, they're gigantic pans. So you don't have to worry about running out of your favorite shades too quick. One of the things I'm most excited to try is the Smashbox Vlada Petal Metal Highlighter. Mine is in the shade Gilded Rose. Let me just look at that packaging. Oh, it's pretty. So I've got this Morphe E61 brush and I'm going to swirl. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's like one of those you don't want to mess up. So I'm going to start off really softly. Wow, it is coming off pinker than I expected. When I saw this, I was like, oh, it's just going to be gold. No, it's got a really pretty pinkish glow to it. I felt like they did a good rose gold for multiple skin tones because when I looked at the others, I thought, ooh, those are too dark. I can't use those. But they're going to be great for deeper skin tones. And I thought, I was a little sad because I was like, oh, this one's just gold. No, I think they did it. I think they did it for us. I'm going to keep on until I'm happy with my glow. This brush is also not one of my favorite highlighting brushes because I feel like I do have to build a little bit more with this one. The bristles are really long and not dense, so you can get a really soft highlight with this brush. I love that that's a little pinker than I thought. It really is a beautiful rose gold. That is a definite hit. Love it. I'm going to dip in, I've got this little dense Real Techniques brush and I'm going to dip lightly into Hoola to contour my nose. Just what I've been liking to do lately. I'll highlight first and then kind of contour afterwards. I think it leaves a really like luminous finish to your nose contour and it doesn't look too strong. And then that brought a little bit of that bronzy to the center of my face, which I feel like I was really needing. The last thing I'm trying out is the Smashbox and Vlada Always On Petal Metal Liquid Lipstick. Mine is in the shade In Bloom and my camera is about to die.
Oh yes.
I'm going to use a little Photo Finish So Chill Coconut Primer Water from Smashbox. This is a lot of Smashbox. I didn't even realize that. And I'm going to mist to set my face. Oh, I love coconut. I'm in love with this. Oh my god. And finally, I do have the Smashbox and Vlada Petal Metal Shimmer Spray. So I'm going to spray a little bit of that. Alright guys, that is it for trying out all of these new products. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. I am loving most of these products that I tried. I think the eyes look gorgeous. I think the lip, oh, the highlight, everything. Yes. So I'm really happy with everything. I hope you guys are too. Definitely be sure to leave me a thumbs up if you like these type of videos and you like seeing new makeup. And definitely be sure to subscribe before you leave and hit that bell so you get those notifications. I would love to have you. Thanks for watching guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye.